Hello and welcome back. My name is Ajay Naik.
And I'm Manasu Priyadarshi.
And this is Project Core update for our week 35 newsletter.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and see what is completed. I think it's almost finished. The project, it's a very vast scope. The spectrum of the technology is end to end from both enterprise end and your e-commerce end.
Yes.
And we built the project from the scratch, which you will be also building and learning from.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing I would like to show my enterprise and demo.
Please go ahead. And it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So
if you want to really see the demo and actually see the code and the UI for yourself, then you can go to code.ui5cn.com. This link is also given out in email announcement of this week, week 35, and this is a nice loader for Project Core.
Yeah.
And then once all the component has been loaded, you will see the basic UI for the Project Core, which we have already shared in the week 34, which is previous week.
Okay.
Now all this application front end is finished, so this was the first thing which anyone should do, is finish the front end first and then go ahead to the back end once they know exactly what are the data calls and services will be required. So this graphs and all our projection for the next 3 weeks, and this is will be coming from SAP HANA. For now, we used in the previous week the calls, so I will show you the OData calls which it's basically using. So this is my Eclipse where I'm doing most of the development. I'm using SAP HANA Web ID for debugging and some of the development, and Eclipse is something which, because we are doing 2-3 people here, so it's much easier because we were used to do development with Eclipse, and therefore I'm using Eclipse and also Sublime. So I will be showcasing the major development of Project Core, the services creation I will show in Eclipse, and debugging of the service creation I will show in the Web ID.
So you are going to cover both of them and show the features of both of them. That's really great.
So basically my intention is to show the best of all the world. So it's exactly the setup which I would have used when I would be in a project delivering to a consulting to a project or a customer who is a Fortune 500 company. So this exact setup I will be showing you. Yeah. So let's see the data structure. It's actually very difficult data structure to get from SAP HANA. So what I have done here is all the table structure is renamed from the standard one, which is the way it is done. But the table content or the fields are as for the standard. So we have a Mara table as a material master. It has the same fields as the Mara table, and all the dictionary structure will be custom made. We are also having master data management. The way of doing master data management is exactly the way you do in a project. You have an Excel file, and that Excel file will be actually used to load data in your SAP HANA tables. So it's a flat file loader.
Like any Excel file would do, like CSV, TSV, like.
True. Yeah, it can be any Excel file. The other way is, if your data is huge, then you have to really go through a way which is called uploading the data is itself a tedious task. For example, we have to write Python connector to really change the data structure and upload those structures into SAP HANA. That is a major part of the work, and all those data is being managed in Excel, which is how your functional consultant will be giving you data, which if you're working as a technical consultant, then your functional consultant or even customer will be giving data in the Excel. You have to upload those data files into your sandbox system when you are developing those things. So all those steps has been covered in a detailed manner. And we will be also giving you a sample sandboxed data, starter data, which will create the scenarios. Also, once the application is finished, there is a UAT. For UAT, you have specific data sets which is to be loaded to test the application if it's working fine with all the boundary conditions. Okay, so the main thing which I would like to show you here is the views. This is actually the way it is done. We have attribute views, analytical views, and calculation view. And this is how the performance of HANA will be utilized. So I'm using projection, aggregation, union, intersection. It took a lot of time to do it properly. So
you're using everything.
True. And not only that, this views will be used inside HTTP procedure. So we have put a lot of effort here to make the processing of the entire application go into the HANA computation engine and not run in the HANA server. So because you can see the amount of complexity which involves in writing the procedure, HDB procedure, is really equivalent to how you would write in the projects. You will not be writing just a select star. You have to actually do processing within the procedure itself. So those statements can be executed in the database level using the capability of SAP HANA in memory. Next thing is when you are writing those services to expose the OData part as well. So all the things are organized properly. We have a service folder where you will be having the flow data, which is I think material flow details. Material data, I think this is .xsjs.
Flow data.xsjs.
True. So if you see this, even the complexity of writing those XSJS files is huge because we are using object notation in JavaScript to keep the processing fast and have an order of 1 time instead of order of n square time.
Exactly.
So this is required when your data size is very big, and it's showing some of the warnings and error because I have used the bracket notation, which is how you will access the object. So I will just show you the output quickly of how basically the service are doing. So let me go here, and this is my SAP HANA system for login of web ID. Okay, so let's go ahead, and here, as you can see, this is the service name, and all the JSON data is coming from SAP HANA. This is the exact data which is integrated with my UI. So all I have to do is call the OData and bind the real services with my application. This is the last part to be done. Integration is left from my end. Once the integration is finished, then the project code application which you are seeing here will be live running with SAP HANA data. Okay, so this is the all the updates from my end. If I go into Eclipse, it was really a lot of effort in designing this views, taking care of the scale. If you have 1 million record also in the, or 10 million record in the tables also, it will perform like a charm because all the things are put in the proper place. You have the computation done in backend inside the HANA database, and only the server is getting those data, those calculated data, and presenting it or maybe formatting it, which you are the way you are using the UI. So this is exactly the way you will be also doing in enterprise. And then I think from your side, I will be writing a handshake service. So let's go ahead. I think we also want to see what is the status update from the enterprise end to e-commerce end with Hadoop Spark running with Angular 4. Okay, so let me switch screen, and I think it's okay. It looks very nice.
So this is the UI for the e-commerce end, where this is the name of the project we are making. And so we have the screen where we get the details about which product can be bundled with which other product. So as you can see, this is one of the sample datas. This is a real data actually, not a sample one. So as you can see, we have these nodes which are products, and we have the product ID written over them. So you can just go over to them and see
very nice, very subtle, I think.
Which product ID it is, and once you click on any of the product ID or the node, you will get the updated result right here. And you can see the name right here. We have the ID, we have the ASIN and the category. And if you click on the ASIN, it will take you to the Amazon page where you will find more details about the specific product. So I just added it as a bonus feature.
And one thing which I can see here is this is Angular 4, which is totally responsive. And if you hover over that mouse also, I think the way it comes and the way it goes is very nice.
The reason is I have used material design guidelines here, and I have also used the library Angular material here. So that I make it completely responsive, and it follows one of the standard guidelines, one of the most used guidelines in today's world, that's material design, and I'll be covering some of its aspects too. So this is from the UI end, and once you have the product detail here, if you click on bundles of 2, it will give you a bundle of 2 with product ID this 464071.
Okay, so this bundling is done in Hadoop level?
In the Spark level.
Basically.
So my Spark is also running here, and this is the log I get when I run the Spark server. That's having Spark run inside it.
So the Spark is hosted in Google Cloud.
As of now, I'm running it on my system itself.
Okay, yeah.
So, but like as we start it, as I have my complete things ready, I will migrate it to Google Cloud platform, and I'll be using those API calls then.
Okay, so the migration is left, and I think sending the data to me and a handshake is left.
Handshake is
from
left.
your end, yeah. So it really took a lot of time because we don't want to deliver something which has no value or no cutting corners is the motto here.
So like if I have to show you the things that I have to update with you, like the handshake that we have to make. So once I place the orders to the enterprise and for some bundles, then I can go to order updates, and this still needs to be developed from my side, where I'll be updating the data, where I'll get the details of all the orders that I have placed and whether they have been accepted or not.
Okay,
So if I go back here, since it is hosted on my laptop, it's very it's not a very powerful system, so
it takes a lot of time to really compute.
So if you see the Spark part of it,
so it's computing that.
You'll be seeing the computation going on right here.
Yeah.
So once it will be finished, we'll be getting a nice graph right here.
Okay. So if I'm running on a cluster which has multiple nodes, maybe like 10 nodes or 5 nodes, with a good machine, you can see. Okay. So these are actually calculated on runtime while users. So that's pretty cool because I think you are always updated.
So if you have to see the data behind this graph, then this is the data that I'm retrieving from my
Hadoop
server.
Spark,
As you can see, I am doing a get call right here, and this is the data that I have received. Now you can change the ID number from 2 to 3, and it will take some time. You can see it being computed right here. So it will take around 15 to 16 seconds on my system, but once I move it to the cluster, it will take much lesser time.
So those machine learning computed data sets are being referred and you are extracting the meaning out of it, right? Because basically what I believe or what I understood from your coding is there's a machine learning also involved in the backend. So I think it is already computed and present inside Spark, correct?
Okay, so the learning has already been done. The model is already there. So if we get some new data here, then we will be updating the model. That will be completely dependent on the person who will be using this UI. So we can add a feature here where he says that I have some new data, like run a new learning on the new data and get the new model. And use the new model.
I think a few things which will be also covered by you is how you made the entire data set learn. Because that's part of machine learning, which is part of the project code also. So once the model has been already learned, then you are using those models which is present inside Hadoop Spark now. And all the new data sets are referring to that model and giving the output. And it's slow because you are running it in your own machine. If we run in the clusters, cloud clusters, then it will be much faster. I think the retrieval will be in seconds.
Like 1 second or 1.5 seconds. Okay, and as you can see here.
So I think you will be also covering the deployment when we deploy it in the cloud.
Yes, I will be covering that as well.
True.
Okay, so as you can see,
does this system will be accessible to our users, the project code?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just show the things that I wanted to show here. So I just changed the URL to 4 from 2, and I got this data set with all the source as 4 and the corresponding target values, which is the product that can get bundled with this product number 4.
So I think the APIs are made generic and you have to only change the URL parameter. Okay, pretty cool there. So we are almost there. The project core is almost over, and once it's finished, then we are going to put everything together and we will start shooting. And I think you can go. We have already the prerequisite sections live there. You can go to the prerequisite, and if you are already a bundle user, then for you can go through the UI5 course. You can go to the Python course, and you can go to the mean course, and you can get yourself prepared for the project code. because Project Core is a difficult project and we don't want to really cut any corners. So this is the exact project which you will deliver if you're working for a Fortune 500 company and they pay you $1 million for it.
So that's the reason I have been using material design and not just normal CSS.
Yeah. So that's all for today, week 35 update of UI5CN, and then we are showing what is the status of Project Core. Yes. It will take about, I think this week, within the middle of the week, we'll finish it and we'll have a live demo ready for you.
Yes.
So enroll in the Project Core. If you are still not enrolled, there has been a lot of enrollment and we are behind schedule 1 week. Sorry for that, but I think we will catch it up with the quality we deliver to you.
True.
So thank you for watching this update. My name is Ajay Naik.
And I'm Anasuya.
See you. Happy coding. Bye-bye.